Welcome to Narrowboat the James Built. Hope well, thanks for joining me. This lot here is all the trimming I need to do the hatches, and miraculously I've already kind of half prepped them by sanding them all down, putting some gloss on them and putting these locks on. Before I only had two on the locking door, which is this one here. Now I've got 4 on both doors, so that's quite nice. The other thing I've done is I've mounted them on kind of bits on blocks of timber so that they were sitting flush against the outer wall. And what I've done is I've managed to kind of excavate some of the material inside those bits, so now they fit nice and flush, which is much better. So I've done that on all 3 of the hatches, so the other one in the dinette and the one in the bedroom, and now I can go about kind of finishing them, which is going to be excellent. The only thing is that they're all a little bit different kind of gaps between them and stuff. So the 4mm pine that I've got, I'm hoping is going to cover up the majority of them. Right, so I've tested this piece with the black bison wax on it. This has got, well, that bit there's had 2 coats and that bit there's had 1. You can't really tell the difference at all. But the important thing is what I wanted to do is make sure it stands out nicely against the paint, which it does against the walls. So either 1 or 2 makes no difference. So, but it's dark enough that it kind of works quite well, and I think it's going to look nice against the gloss white of that on the inside and up there. Yeah, that's good. I was thinking I might have to repaint the walls, but I don't think. I think I'm going to get away with it, and it'll cover up that seam as well. That's quite nice. Right, happy days. Let's get measuring. Each of these have got to be kind of done individually so they all fit in, because none of these are kind of square, but yeah, that's all right. Right, now I'll mark out where I've got to trim the excess off. Keep going through pencils. Right, so I'll cut that off, and then the plan will be to stick them all down this time using 2 bars going across, 2 bars going up, so I can glue them all down at the same kind of time. That'll be a lot easier. The only thing I'm hoping I can do is squeeze in a hole in this bit here to take in the bolt. But I don't know if it's going to leave me enough clearance on that side, but that can't really go in any further because of the metal frame. Anyway, right, let's trim that now. Okay, so I've got the 4 pieces in. I haven't waxed them yet because I've still got to sand them down and stuff, and I'm going to do that actually whilst they're in situ. I think that might be easier because then I can get the right edge and get it all kind of done pretty well. So I'm going to glue them down. Before I do that, I'm going to cut the dowel out to make sure it's all fits. Right, so I've got my bars in place. Had to make a bendy one here at the bottom to kind of bend around those 2. Good. Right, now I can glue it. Right, so the first step has been done. I've glued them all in place with contact adhesive and put the bars across just to hold it all up. These little gaps and all that stuff will be concealed by the bit of trim which is going to go above it and all around the sides. So that's gone all right so far. Just putting these on one by one at the moment, so it's glued and tacked in place. Just got those clamps on just to wait for the glue to come off, and then I can wipe that off. Excellent. This is going to take a long time though to get it right. I've got 2 bits of trim on so far. It's going on quite nicely. I'm just getting 2 more polished up. I'm just polishing the sides here and getting that as kind of dark as I can. So I'm doing it with 2 goes with the wax and a little bit of 400 grit paper in between. Yeah, happy days. I'm gonna have to fill in some of this with some clear wood glue and some, basically some sawdust. But yeah, that's getting there. This is coming along pretty nicely. All the bits are now glued and tacked in place. Just got to do a few kind of sanding down bits. Well, quite a lot of sanding back. Some bits of dry glue in there as well, just get rid of them. Yeah, so sand it all back and then wax it. Okay, so it's now kind of ready to put the wax on it. I've sanded it down, gone through all the grades, so it's pretty smooth, all of that. It's quite nice. There's a few little gaps just in the wood there. I'm thinking I'll see what it looks like when the wax is all gone on and set nicely. But yeah, that's it, pretty decent. Right, I'm putting the wax on the inside frame now. I put one coat on and then I gently key it up with a 400 grit sandpaper, and then I go on with a second coat. That's what I've done on the test pieces. It looks quite nice. Cool. Oh yes. Right, I now need to cut out the holes to take in the bolts. It did come with these little brackets, but I'm not going to put them in. I'm just going to make a slit, basically. But I'm hoping, if I just mark that out, I'm hoping that I can just do it with the drill bit, and I might, if I do it neat enough, it'll be all right, but I might have to then get a little bit of kind of chrome with a slit in it and then screw that on there, but I'll see how well I can do this. And I want to leave it so I've got a little bit of timber on the other side, so that's why I'm doing it like this as opposed to just cutting a lump out. I reckon 3 drill bits worth is enough. Let's see. Well, yes, but it needs to be excavated a bit more. Yes. Cool. Excellent. Okay, now it's time for me to do the dinette one. This one's got to be kind of finished a bit better because it's closer to where I am rather than the one by the kitchen. So here it is with the sides in. Now just got to put the props in place. I'll just leave that to set for a couple of hours, get myself some dinner, and then take those bars off and then cut the sides out. Okay, so the glue's dried and I've sanded it all down, filed it down. So it's all nice and flush against there. So I now go about measuring all the bits of trim and getting them all up. Right, each one of these I'm kind of going about improving my method of doing it. So now I'm putting one piece on at a time, fixing it in place, because then I don't have to have all my clamps in place at once. So I get this one here, I've applied the glue already, so kind of just get it in position. And I'll get my clamps on that. And whilst it's got a nice tight fit, I'll go and secure it in with the pins. Right, I've sanded it all down. 80, 120, 180, 240, up to 400 grit. So it's pretty nice and smooth now. I've got to go on with the wax. And that should be me done for this one. Oh no, I've got to drill the holes through first so I can secure it. And obviously that's the tow path just there. So for security reasons, I had better get that sorted. Well, it's really starting to take a bit of shape in here now with these hatches all lined up. Look at that one. I've had to scrape all the glue off, which has meant I now need to paint the walls again, but I need to do that anyway and get my handprint off it. But I'm chuffed with how that's come out. That's looking really good. It's a better finish than the other one. So yeah, that's decent, that is. Got to just drill the holes in now to take those bolts. Happy days. Okay, here's the last one to do. This one's slightly different, thinner Odgie, this one. So it hopefully can fit in there. That gap is quite small. So I was unrestricted on the other hatches, but on this one that's not the case. But I'm going to crack on whilst the sun's shining, so because I need the hatch doors open. So let's crack on with that. And then I've got to do a bit of painting on the rooms there, so I've got to find myself some Bethnal green if I've got any left. Right, so the frame bits are on. They've been kind of trimmed down. I've just got to sand them down once it's all dried. Yeah, happy days. Right, so I've put the plinths along the outside frame. Oh, it's raining now. Ouch. Yeah, it's quite a nice tight fit. Can't do anything about the gap in the middle there. I've got to fill those bits in as well. Right, plenty more to do. Now, I've got to sort out cutting all these bits here, and I'm hoping I'm going to squeeze that in on there. But I think what it's going to highlight is that it's not perfectly symmetrical. So the gap on that side is tiny, and the gap on that side is a little bit bigger. In the corner of the ceiling up there. There you go, never mind. Right, carry on. Right, all the bits of trim are on. You see what I mean? It's hardly any gap there and a bigger one there, but not much I can do about that. Not going to lose any sleep over it. I like this now. I'm going to have to put some trim around the bottom. That's going to bring it out quite nicely. But yeah, just got a bit of tarting up to do. Got to sand it back and wax the inside and stuff, but it's raining, so I'm going to leave it alone for... Whoa. Yeah. There we go. I can't do these locks yet because it hasn't stopped raining all day, really, so I have to do that with the hatch doors open, but I'm chuffed with that. Very nice. I think with these inserts here, I was talking to Rob about it, I'm tempted to put some paintings, or like paint it on, but like maps of the canal network, like little bits of it, not all of it obviously, but maybe just the Grand Union round here, or Leicester to London or something like that, which is obviously what I've done on this boat. But yeah, I'm well chuffed with these hatches. It's made a massive kind of visual difference inside, so that's really cool. My plan on the next couple of things, really kind of to finish the trim and like this kind of stuff, is to put some trim along here going all the way around, and it marries in with the fireplace as well. So I'm going to opt for the same pine as I've done with that, because it's the same width as that bit of the fireplace, and just basically get it all around, and just neaten up that line going up into the bow bedroom. So that would be good. What else? This weekend got the kids on board on Saturday night, which would be nice, and then got to think about moving the boats probably up towards Marsworth, that kind of way, but we'll see. Hope you guys are very well. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.